On the news this evening, police arrest Niger and Gokana State. Protests is a plot of Nafubara. CNSWEP National Secretary Lauren Hajaldan. I'm Sam Chinedu. I'm Skinny Have a break. Welcome back. The police say 2 people have been arrested following the explosion that hit the Trans-Niger pipeline at Bodo in Gokana local government area of Rivers State. Spokesperson for the Rivers State Police Command, Grace Iringekoko, said this in a statement today. The people of the experienced group normalcy had been restored to the area. Minister of Regional Development Momos the government investigated the explosion that hit Trans-Niger pipeline at Bodo local government area. Minister who said this on Channels Television said investigation will reveal if it was as a result of the political crisis in the state or not. There's also a petition involved with National Advisor, the Inspector General of Police at the Aso Rock Presidential Villa. The meeting comes just hours after an explosion rocked a section of the Trans-Niger pipeline in Bodo community in Gokana local government area of Rivers State today. The meetings also had in attendance the Director General of the State Security Service, Adeola Ajayi, and the National Intelligence Agency, Mohammed, and some leaders of the National Assembly. As you may know, the explosion happened late Monday night near the ongoing Bodo-Boni road construction. The cause of the explosion remains unknown. There are concerns that it could be linked to recent militant threats over the federal government's decision to withhold Rivers State's fund due to the ongoing political crisis. The Trans-Niger pipeline is a key pipeline that moves crude oil to Boni Export Terminal. This is the third oil-related explosion in Rivers State this year. Recall that in February, a huge fire engulfed 2 flow stations around Cawthon Channel in Boni local government area of Rivers State, destroying the facilities and causing loss of lives. Also in January, massive fire caused by crude oil spills raged for weeks in Agombukuma community, Degema local government area of Rivers State, leaving the community in distress. Moving on, a lawyer, Ndamzi Ekulo, says the notice of gross misconduct against Rivers State Governor Siminalayi Fubara and his deputy is a clear indication that members of the State House of Assembly may be planning to impeach them. Speaking in an interview with our correspondent, Mr. Ekulo advised Governor Fubara to respond to the allegations within 7 days as required by law to avoid any legal complications. He also explained that the final stage of the impeachment process rests with the Chief Judge of the state, who is responsible for appointing a 7-member investigation panel.
Going by Section 188 of the 1999 Constitution, the notice of misconduct to the governor already is an initiate of impeachment process, because that is exactly where the Constitution applies. And also, the governor has right of reply within 7 days. Thereafter, if the Assembly investigates and finds reason to proceed, then the Chief Judge at that point constitutes a 7-man panel to look at the accusation.
Meanwhile, some Ijaw Youth Council, IYC, today blocked the Mbiama axis of the East-West Road in solidarity with the Rivers State Governor, Siminalayi Fubara. Video seen on social media showed the youth chanting solidarity songs, carrying placards with different inscriptions. There was no presence of security personnel in the video seen. Recall that the IYC had vowed never to allow the impeachment of Governor Fubara. Yesterday, the House of Assembly served a notice of gross misconduct on Governor Fubara and his deputy, Ngozi Odu. River State's Commissioner for Information, Joe Johnson, says Governor Fubara may visit the Assembly quarters tomorrow to present the 2025 budget, even if the lawmakers fail to respond to his letter. Mr. Johnson spoke on Nigeria Info FM's Morning Crossfire today.
We expect that they should get back to us. If there's no negative response, it is my pleasure to again notify you, Mr. Speaker, of my desire and intention to present the 2025 budget to the Rivers State House of Assembly on Wednesday, the 19th March 2025 by 11 a.m. or any other date within March 2025 that you may consider convenient. So if there is no response, they say silence is consent. Tomorrow, if we don't deal with this, our locations will not come.
Recall that the governor said he wrote a letter to the Speaker of the House of Assembly about his plan to represent the 2025 budget tomorrow. The letter, which went viral, was also published in 2 national newspapers, but the Assembly said they did not receive any letter from the governor. In another development, the Nigerian Bar Association, NBA, in Rivers State, has faulted the State House of Assembly's call for the Department of State Services, DSS, to investigate the Chief Judge, Justice Chibuzo Amadi, over alleged age falsification. Speaking on behalf of the chairman of the 8 NBA branches in the state, the chairman becomes secret to the judicial duty of the office.
Most of the cases draw to the ongoing imbroglio, and public service has a prescribed procedure which all should respect and observe to forestall chaos and anarchy in states. In the case of the judiciary, any complaint against one of its officers is dealt with the National Judicial Council, which has the authority to carry out any disciplinary action or authorize any investigation against any. It is therefore advised that the judiciary should not be intimidated into succumbing to blackmail, bullying, or political pressure in the discharge of their duties.
Mr. Roberts also cautioned against actions that could lead to the closure of courts as experienced between 2014 and 2015. He emphasized that judicial independence is crucial for sustaining peace and unity. He further called for the protection of the judiciary, describing it as the last hope of the common man.
There is no need to escalate tensions as the stability of Rivers State is crucial to the economy of the state and the country. We can easily recall the incidences in 2014 to 2015, which exposed the judiciary and judicial officers that resulted in the closure of our courts. We cannot afford to experience a similar occurrence in the present and have going in court interruptions.
On her part, the chairman of the NBA Port Harcourt branch, Cordelia Eke, urged political leaders to embrace peace in the interest of the state.
Rivers people want peace and stability. So for the contending parties, NBA would always advocate the use of democratic means to resolve their disputes. Rule of law be drawn, including the politicians. So the judiciary should be left out of politics. Let the contending parties seek ways to resolve issues. And of course, there's also alternative dispute resolution.
Still to come, FCT Minister Wike revokes PDP National Secretariat land. Stay tuned. has apologized for describing Lagos and also in an instant member to Mark Lagos, acknowledging the words have offended residents. She also admitted that her have been incentivized by the Lagos. Federal Maker has as a whole. The says bring an review over the allegation of sexual harassment against Fabio. The necessary for FC to meet the land of corruption revoked and deleted March 30th land T. Chijoke one day said revocation was the PDP's failure to pay the annual ground rent due on the property for 20 years. The statement said the PDP's national secretariat now belongs to Israel. On the international scene, Hamas says more than 400 people have killed by Israeli airstrikes in Gaza. Israeli is hitting terror attacks across that after talk to extend the ceasefire fit to the biggest wave of strikes 19 January when the ceasefire accuses Israel of attacking defenseless as media should Israel responsible for violating and turning fire. Using her arrested person that just in Ghana River State used to protest the maxis of Roach Kubar. Week National Secretariat in Abuja on the current accused Israel of killing more than 400 people in Gaza. The news was stated by Onyeka Osu to raise you to send the message WhatsApp to 0808 721 725. I'm Sam Chinedu. Thanks for listening.